This polarizing election season, we're getting our news from a diverse range of outlets. From traditional print and cable sources to Reddit to the thousands of online news sites flooding our Facebook feeds. I was talking to a friend of mine active in Florida politics, and he complained that he isn't even reading the same news as his opponents. They're not just disagreeing on policy, they're not even reading the same facts, and therefore they're not even dealing with the same issues. Fact-checking is the latest trend in the news media. Whether you're fact-checking with Alexa, Amazon's virtual assistant, consulting with Google Fact Checker, or poring over political fact for the latest pants-on-fire moments, fact-checking has become the new it thing. But according to the Pew Research Center, 65% of people who get their news online say news organizations are politically biased, and 63% say that news stories are often inaccurate. So we've got the same news organizations people think are politically biased and inaccurate performing the fact-checking. Conservative news site The Washington Times argues that the fact-checking sites cherry-pick the statements to fact-check and then decide which data to back it up with, and that statistics can be manipulated. For every study coming out of the Brookings Institute, the Heritage Foundation can have a counter-argument. So if I'm citing The Washington Times, and you're getting your facts from the New York Times, how do we bridge the gap? Red Flag is a community of guerrilla news editors. We're giving the average news consumer a voice in the mainstream media. Instead of relying on traditional news outlets to let you know what is and isn't fact, using our browser extension, our community flags the news you're already reading on the site where you're reading it. It's visible to anyone who has enabled the browser extension, or to anyone you share the flag with. Check out flag content and make up your own mind if you agree or disagree. Users add evidence to back up their claims, and we aggregate sightings of similar flags, linking instances of a flag across the web for you. No more poring through old articles to figure out, where did I see this inaccuracy before? We can't fully eliminate bias from the news, but by crowdsourcing fact-checking, we're providing consumers with more diverse perspectives to interpret the news. We're enabling them to see what the other side thinks, and hopefully bridging the gap so that we can better understand each other and the world around us.